Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and in this video we're going to be doing another recap of the Around the Verse and Reverse the Verse as quickly as possible, and I think for future reference these videos will probably just be called Summarize the Verse. So we start off with Around the Verse, where they start talking about Star Marine is still being internally tested by QA. Now, they're using dedicated FPS testers and they're playing cross-studio, which is good news because that means there's at least that multiplayer ability and some of the network configuration to be able to do that. You know, they're not just playing like in a LAN party, it's actually getting bigger than that, and that's a good sign. They're working on network synchronization to reduce lag, so performance hopefully is going to be better. And we're going to see a new helmet HUD that's actually being updated for Star Marine, and that'll probably transition into the persistent universe as well. And that new helmet HUD is going to be including some new widgets. They've got some new emotes, and we already have a bunch of emotes out in the universe right now. But basically, these new emotes have been hooked up to combat, so you can signal your team, go this way or watch over here, or you can end up using it to taunt the other team. Lighting is going to be as realistic as possible, and what that means is the player is not necessarily going to stand out for no reason. So if you're standing in the dark, you're going to be pretty much a shadow. It's not going to be like you have some random glowing artifact to you just because you're a player to stand out. It's not going to work like that. Basically, it's going to be a very dynamic environment, and that environment's going to include flickering and some unpredictable lighting, kind of making it a more immersive experience and kind of spooky probably too. The gameplay in Star Marine, as we know, is meant to be tactical, so you're going to need to cover your teams and move intelligently. So it seems like they're sticking to their plans there. The bigger map, we're getting two maps for Star Marine initially, a small one and a big one. The bigger one is for bigger parties, and that's called Echo 11. It has tight quarters, a lot of hallways, lots of rooms, and it appears to be Tessa's station. Now, the rooms are all different, which is nice, so you can call out locations easily. You could say room with the red border or something to that effect, and people will know what you're talking about. The Evocati are continuing to test the new flight model. There should be a new release heading to Evocati pretty soon that's going to include a missile rework. 2.6 is going to have a new lobby system, which includes new missions, new parts of Grimhex being opened as well. That new lobby is basically going to have a new user interface for both Arena Commander and Star Marine. And the matchmaking is going to be done so it puts you all in a party and then you find a game together as a party. You're not heading into some random lobby with a timer almost like you have in Call of Duty. The Vanguard, Hoplite, and Herald are both going to be flight ready in 2.6. We already knew that. They're working on shields, weapons, and missiles, and they're trying to really try and balance out the different effectiveness and how they all work together. There's lots of talk behind the scenes and kind of developing the animation that's going to be there, but frankly, it's pretty technical to break down here. So if you have interest in the background and what they're doing with animations for characters, check out the last portion of Around the Verse. Reverse the Verse just ended today, aired 11/4, and the first guest that they brought on was David Petty, who's a senior animator. One of the things that they're working on and one of their goals is to make it so that NPCs are going to interact with other NPCs just like they would with another player. So for example, a greeter at like Astro Armada is going to greet an NPC that walks in the same way that they would greet a player. So if you're just standing off to the side, you would be able to notice that interaction. There's going to be different animations based on the types of NPCs. So maybe like a pirate almost walks with a swagger. Wealthy people or might be like prim and proper. Poor people may be kind of hunched over in like the slums. Military may be very like structured. Those different animations are going to kind of tie to the type of character that it is. So that'll kind of help you identify what they are and again make it more immersive. One of the funnier things that they mentioned was they've actually motion captured and animated toilet animation. So people sitting down to do their business or stand there and do their business. And one of those actually includes emergency exit animation. So, your ship's attacked and you got to get out of that bathroom pretty quick. It's kind of a no-wipe situation, I guess. The next guest was Emre Switzer. He's a lighting artist. And the only thing I really wanted to talk about here was he mentioned that destructible lighting is a goal. He's not certain it's going to make it in or when it's going to come in, but it sounds like that's something they want to put in. And in addition, they want you to be able to use things like EMP to either turn off the lights in a room or maybe to disrupt an enemy that's using thermal or night vision. You toss it in, their goggles go black, and all of a sudden you have an advantage because you played strategically. So that's your summary. I'm trying to keep these as quick as possible. And again, the links are in the description if you want to see these in their entirety. So stay tuned for a whole lot more, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.